This is where the A push happens. Executor spots the first player, misses a few shots, finally starts to land them. He isn't able to get more than one, but Freaky's on the case. He's coming around the corner. He's taken away by Musab, but Bullet is still chiming in. They don't realize that a second player is coming in from the shadows. Under Palace is the name of the game, but Trans, he's the master of Palace. He's done it before. He's got a P250, and he's looking to make it work. 1 versus 2. Bomb in hand, just needs to get the plant down, but it's a bit of a pincer. A checkmate is underway because there's the player in connector. And oh, what a shot. What a shot by 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒. I'm honestly very surprised to see how they've started to have... ooh, man, this is where I have to cut myself off. Vin in 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒 will have the burden of trying to stop this push all by himself. He's got an A1S as well. He's trying to look for them around the smoke. 𝐶𝐂𝐓 is able to eventually respond, but that is at the expense, and it's a 2 versus 4. Ooh, nice. But now Portal Esports, they've got some money of their own. Very hard and fast push coming in. The cavalry is arriving. Can they take care of this? 𝐿𝐷𝐴 going away with the AUG. He's found 3, almost gets to 4th as well, but 𝐶𝐂𝐓's got something to say, and these words will be deadly. Trans, meanwhile, coming in for the lurk all the way from short. He has to deal with Bullet and Freaky that are coming in from market as well. It's a 2 versus 2. Should be the first man in. He's allowing Bullet to clear out his opposing angles. He's still worried that somebody might come in for the flank. This is where they start to move in. Nobody's there to be found yet, but 𝐶𝐂𝐓's playing from a very exposed position. It's a 1 versus 2. Trans, he's been smoked out as well. He might have to go for a ballsy peek here. Sprays through the smoke. The bomb isn't even being defused. He goes for it eventually, and he does manage to catch the diffuser. Soulmate. Flashbang comes out. Double flash to start the execute. Oh man, the Bullet, he's playing that close angle. He's found the first frag, but unfortunately, Team VRN, they're charging. They're looking loud and proud. It doesn't seem like Portal Esports were much of a challenge there. The Eagles, of course, difficult to deal with. Ooh, nice little lineup from Executor. I love that angle. And maybe Portal Esports will be caught off guard by it. Portal do have 3 players playing on A, so it'll still be very difficult for VRN to get onto the bomb site. But as soon as they get the first frag, that is where things get dicey. They found 2. 𝐶𝐂𝐓, he's good enough on his own to find the second frag. They do have an M4 in the hands of Freaky. But 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒 has completely sacrificed all weaponry just to be able to get that AWP. And 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒, he does drop the ball for a little bit, but then he eventually gets it rolling. 𝐶𝐂𝐓, good for the refrag, but it is very expensive for Portal Esports to be losing players at the moment. They want to have the numerical advantage to maybe get something done with the pistols, but it doesn't seem like 𝐶𝐂𝐓 is really giving them the chance to breathe. He's found 2, all on his lonesome. And Bullet is in a solid position. He's found 2, almost gets the 3rd, but Trans is there for the secure. He's at least delayed the push by a little bit. Trans, he's missed a shot, but he eventually gets it. Good secure from Trans, but it did get a little scary there for a second. He'll just leave 3 terrorists in the form of Team VRN. They've got to get it done all by themselves. A bomb is all the way back, so maybe... Oh, wow. What? Okay. That was a very nice shot by Trans, and he's followed it up. 2 kills for him. It's a 1 versus 3, and it's not something he hasn't done before. Another stab coming in. What is Trans doing? Team VRN still in a very strong lead, and it's a bit problematic when you consider the fact that they're not even on the advantageous side. Freaky, he's gotten them into the meat grinder, so 2 kills for him, but VRN, they're starting to push in. 𝐶𝐂𝐓, he's found the frag, but unfortunately, Bullet has stopped this push. 𝐶𝐂𝐓 moving in from ramp. 3 players from connector, and it seems like they've been read. Freaky knows exactly what they're doing. 2 players will fall, and that'll just leave 𝐶𝐂𝐓. He's all in his lonesome, tapping away with the deagle. My man, what can you really do? The RN Jesus won't really be on your side sometimes, so... Playing a map like Mirage with many opportunities... Oh, yep, just like that. Got many opportunities, okay. He's starting to make it work. We want to see aggression. We want his AWP to be used as an initiator where he starts opening up opportunities for his team. And they've gotten it done this time. Freaky playing incredibly aggressively. He's the man on the case, and it seems like he's a very good detective. Takes a step further. dishes out bullets left and right. Franz's aim is looking crispy as ever, but don't let it go to waste. VRN, these guys are moving in. 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒 has recovered an AK by taking down an enemy. It's a 5 versus 3 already. VRN, they've made it so costly, and HSB finds a frag through the box. But 𝐿𝐷𝐀𝐍𝐃, he's still looking to make it work. HSB, another nasty D coming in. His aim hasn't been too sloppy. I thought it would start to drop off after those Valorant days, but 𝐿𝐷𝐀𝐍𝐃 1v3. Good tap, but unfortunately, 2 more peaks will come his way. Of course, they've got a great buy. They were able to upset the economy of Portal Esports. Portal still have money to work with, but 𝐿𝐷𝐀𝐍𝐃 has fallen. He was the sacrificial player there who is starting to grant a bit of space to this team. Trans, 2 taps coming in from Palace. That's the signature player we know of. We all know Trans for Palace. Oh, not Palace, Firebox. A crossfire is there. And unfortunately, they walk right into it. On mid, he hasn't really been able to fight against these rifles even. So, definitely something to be worried about. Now, Trans is able to find the first frag and the second from Palace. It seems like he's playing aim lab right now, making it look so easy, running around willy-nilly, and is he even gonna go for the ace? HSB won't allow it, but hey, 4K, good enough for me. If a team is relying on one or 2 players to get things done, it's can be a bit of a scary prospect if those players will fall, but 𝐿𝐷𝐀𝐍𝐃, he's making sure that bodies will fall as he's found 3. USP will be enough to overpower Portal Esports. Musab, another display of incredible aim. It seems like VRN aren't allowing Portal Esports any breathing room, and 𝐿𝐷𝐀 will follow suit as well. Should be a throwaway round here, unless Portal can pull something out of the bag, and that is exactly what it is. 𝐿𝐷𝐀𝐍𝐃, he's done his job. He's held down the line long enough, and Bullet is making it very expensive. You're on the disadvantageous side. You're on the terrorist side. You need every little bit of help you can get, but HSB, he's not helping you there. He's found 2. He's looking for the 3rd as well, and his aim seems to be on point. He's found the 3rd as well. Flashbang comes out, playing very close. The flashbang fails, but his aim will not, and unfortunately, as much as he'd like to keep playing deathmatch, granted, they've only gotten 1 gun round, but at the same time, 𝐿𝐷𝐀𝐍𝐃 isn't able to really perform. He could be the difference maker here because Team VRN, they don't really have many slouches. Trans going for taps, but then he eventually switches to the sprays. Aim looking solid as ever, and that could be another 4K for him. Stolen by HSB as well. So he will be the raid boss that gets work done. Freaky coming in from Palace, and as I said that our eyes should be on Bullet, instead it is Freaky that opens up. But at the same time, Musab's the one guarding them. And these gates of hell might be a little too difficult to get past. HSB finds 2. Have a decent buy in the next round, but he has to die here. Has to give 2 of those have been in positions where they ended up losing the round. So incredibly unfortunate for them. But Portal Esports, they got 2 of their players mowed down. HSB is good for the frag, and now Trans has to hold this down individually. Keeps continuing the spray, and that's the 2K, very characteristic of Trans. That Molotov will be good enough to stop at least 1 point of entry, and that is so much time being wasted as 𝐿𝐷𝐀𝐍𝐃 is trying to get control of the bomb. 3 players have already come his way, and now it seems to be a bit of a checkmate. Trans on peaks, and Trans will deliver. 16-6, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first map, and a very convincing victory by VRN up against Portal Esports. From your teacher when you're 5 years old and you do a good job in school, it's when you do a good job in the server. When you get a map down, Team VRN, they've already won the first map for anybody tuning in late, and it seems like they're already starting with a bang. HSB finds the first frag, but there's a lot of team damage coming out from Bullet that will be problematic. 𝐿𝐷𝐀 getting heads in left and right. He's just tapping away like there's no tomorrow. Okay, and Bullet now in a 2 versus 5. Incredibly tricky situation. HSB, he's pushed into tunnels as well, so that just leaves 𝐿𝐷𝐀 to his lonesome. We're on map number 2. The tails of map number 1 are nowhere to be found, but Bullet seems to be finding heads. Finds the first frag. 𝐿𝐷𝐀𝐍𝐃 using an AUG. Not something you see too often, but HSB Very quick spray down, because having an AWP on Dust 2 can be so beneficial. Portal Esports are moving in with a flashbang, but 𝐄𝐓 doesn't care. Even with his eyes closed, he just holds mouse 1, and he's found the 2 frags. Franz follows it up with a quick double of his own, it seems. And it's all down to a 1 versus 4. Okay, unable to get more than 1. Tech-9s are probably the best thing to have if you're on an eco round and going B, but they're giving too much time for 𝐄𝐓 to pick them away 1 by 1. In fact, he even accidentally scroll hops, and he still give him enough time to find 3. This is where they have to get it done, but VRN, they're so ready and waiting. They've got 4 players close to the A site. 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒 finds the first frag and the follow-up. Transfer to help him out, but Freaky is able to get both. Is still favored to the CT side because 𝐻SB, he's gotten the job done on Catwalk all by himself. The M4 is good enough for the trade, but doesn't seem like smokes are the same deal. A Freaky first frag goes through. Soulmate first. 𝐻SB coming in with the AWP, coming in hot. Is scoped in. He's tagged up, but he finds the frag. 13 HP on him, so that is good damage by bullet, but 𝐻SB is given so much room to work with. A third frag for him, and he doesn't even find the player that is low on HP. He ends up getting the healthy players, and man, that no-scope was nasty. Bullet, flashbang comes in. Portal Esports looking to take the charge on long. 𝐻SB, he's caught out with nades, but he still manages to survive and find 2 frags. That simply shouldn't be allowed in 𝐻SB. You're getting away with so much. Very, very unfortunate now. With the Molotov coming in as well. 𝐄𝐓 is ready and waiting with his AWP, and it seems like the gates of bomb site A have been shut. Freaky will have to go for a jump cross. He doesn't do that, actually. He ends up going for the duel. Instead, he's waiting this out, but Freaky eventually gets the drop on him. Trans not expecting Freaky to go for the aggression, and he is able to deliver. Definitely in the realm of possibility. AK being picked up by 𝐻SB as well. Flashbang lined up, utility being thrown out. 𝐄𝐓 moves right in with the flashbang, finds the first frag, looking for the player in tunnels. He's done a complete 360 and even finds the frag, performing at the same level that he did on Mirage, but that's different. You have somebody like 𝐻SB performing so phenomenally. 2 entries will be good enough to almost secure the B site, and third follow-up. Yep, that should be it. That is the final nail in the coffin for VRN. 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒 trying to be a bit cheeky here, but he is getting peeked by 2 players, so very tough to deal with. Trans on a scout rifle. He was telling me before the game that he loves using it, and this is exactly why. Now, VRN seems like B is their final destination, but it's ending in a very similar way to the movies, because B will be their destination yet again. Finally moving in, the bomb going up front, and 𝐿J is able to get a spray down on 2, but this is actually a salvageable situation suddenly for Team VRN. With the first flashbang, okay, will make it a little bit more palatable for his team. Another flashbang to go out. 𝐻SB stops this retake with just an M4A1 and the close range. Oh no, this is falling apart. Portal Esports, you might have won the pistol, but can you close it out? Executor, he's fallen. VRN has done it. Maybe Portal can also replicate their success off of a shoddy buy, but man, when Trans is hitting shots like that, I don't think they're going to get much of an opportunity. Trans is able to react, and with only 11 HP, he will 𝐿𝐶 priming his teammate for the push down mid. Soulmate coming out willy-nilly with the MP9. Mows down the remainder of the team, and if you're playing Dust 2, you need to... Oh, I like that from OK. Goes for a cheeky little angle, but will it be enough? Soulmate, he's the entry fragger here. The spray down won't come through, but 𝐻SB is good enough for the refrag. Freaky, he's landing these shots left and right. This is such a tough angle to hit shots from, but he's able to find 2. 𝐿𝐶 with only 26 points of HP. Now, 𝐿𝐶 catches the boost. A cheeky play from nsmooj, but with that boost being caught out, that will give away the position of both of those players choosing to make their way towards long, and Portal have actually left it completely abandoned. VRN, they've snuffed it out. They know exactly what's going on. They found the first frag, and this is where Portal Esports starts to fall apart. 2 players coming in from short. Bullet starts throwing away utility in desperation. He's thrown a Molotov as well to prevent the frost. and that will delay them for just a little bit, but that can't be enough. 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒 still safely gets onto the site with a teammate, and now HSB is on the lurk. He's found the first frag, almost finds two. The spray down will not continue, but that is already too much damage. Musab unable to connect on Freaky, and 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒 bringing it back. What a solid round coming in from Portal Esports on the retake, but man, VRN, they're stopping this push. Freaky, so little HP, and Trans is happy to gobble up the remaining VRN, teetering on the edge of the finish line. They're just about to cross it, and unfortunately, Portal Esports, they're not really able to hold it down for too long. VRN, they find the first frag. This could be GG unless Portal Esports have something to say about this, and with this smoke being there, it's looking next to impossible. Team Portal Esports on the brink of falling. They have to get a nasty clutch going, 2 versus 4, to hold this down. Freaky, he's about to get a nasty surprise. Unable to get much done. Bullet, 1-on-4, and what can you really ask of the man? He's found the first frag. Gets to. This could be a clutch, but 𝐄𝐅𝐄𝐒's there just in time, and that is going to be it. GG WP, ladies and gentlemen.